We made it to Avalanche Lake, and it's everything I wanted.
We made it to Glacier National Park
In Montana, and it's awesome. We are sitting at Lake McDonald at the moment, watching the kiddos play in the water, and we wanted to do a wrap-up of our first day. When we first got in, we went through the west side because the whole east side is closed due to COVID, because
on an Indian reservation.
Yeah, the Indian reservation's closed, so half of Glacier's closed.
Yeah. You can't go all the way on going to the Sun Road to St. Mary's Glacier.
Right. And so we came in on the west side. We're staying in Kalispell, and we came down and we really wanted to go to Hidden Lake, which is up at Logan Pass, which is about 40 miles in. And so we got in and we just pretty much skedaddled all the way up there. We did take one detour at the falls, which was really pretty. And then we went on the going to the Sun Road, which was
awesome,
beautiful, but petrifying. With the Ram,
it's a little narrow.
Yeah, with our Ram, we had to bring our mirrors in, and we came in the afternoon, so it wasn't as packed, which I think was good because we ran into cars, but nothing like I had read.
Yeah, we didn't come in until 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it was
something like that.
Pretty late, and so that was nice. We didn't have to deal with too many crowds. We got in easily, and then the road wasn't too bad, but it's beautiful, but it is a little nerve-wracking.
It's a little nerve-wracking. Depending on how close you can get to the edge.
Right.
Because not everyone near the closest to the mountain, they ride the yellow line a lot.
For sure. Which we did on the way down. And so we got to Logan Pass and we started on the Hidden Lake Trail, which was really fun. It was pretty crowded. 1.8 miles there, 1.4. 1.4,
1.5. Depending on how much snow you got in your shoes.
Right, yeah. So we hiked in snow, and there was a pretty steep part where it was kind of muddy and everything, but it was beautiful. We got up to the overlook spot, which was awesome. The rest of the trail was closed due to salmon spawning and bears, but it was a great hike. It took us 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 hours.
Roughly, and we hung out at the top for a while as well.
Bit, yeah. But there was quite a few people. For most of the hiking places, they were. It's a moderate trail all the way, so I could see where it was moderate. It had a pretty good incline.
way down on the going to the sun road is Weeping Wall, which has all these waterfalls that just come down right on the water, and it was beautiful. Except Steve,
I ran him into the water.
I asked him to drive close, and he was like in the water. He's like, "Don't use the Canon, use the GoPro." And so the GoPro got wet. Inside of the truck got wet. Oh, geez. We are at Flathead Lake in Montana outside of Glacier, and we are at the West Shore State Park. And we got the kiddos in the water. It's a little cool when you first get in, but of course you warm right up. So, and we tried to get this one in, but he wasn't having it. A lab that doesn't like the water. I don't get it.
We're bad dog parents.
Bad dog parents. So we're kind of scouting today. We are meeting up with another family in a few days to bring the paddleboard and the kayaks out, and we wanted to like pre-scout out a spot where we could have beach access and enough space for all of us. So this spot isn't.
We're gonna say this is a fail.
It gives you a good view of the lake. There's like an island that's right pretty close to us. There's a few.
Yeah.
So we might go to Long Arm, and the people at the gate said that one has a pretty good beach. Whoa, what'd you get, Maya? Pretty darn clear.
You have to think.
So we made it to Big Arm State Park, which is southwest corner of Flathead Lake, and it's got a little bit better beach. The rocks aren't as big, but this is like a really wavy.
It's choppy.
It's a very choppy lake, so I don't know if it's best for paddleboarding and kayaking. We might check out another one, but it's beautiful. And in other exciting news, Diesel got in the water. Not like a full swim by any means, but he got him up to his belly.
A little past his belly.
A little past his belly.
He didn't like it very much.
No.
For a lab who has webbed feet.
Webbed feet.
To the Camas Road entrance to Glacier.
And how did you find out about this?
Oh, just reading. We're going to see if it's even open. But it's right now. We got 11 more miles on this dirt road, but it runs right next to. I'm not even sure what river it is.
I don't know what river it is. We've seen quite a few people.
There's a lot of camping up here too. So you can boondock. This might be the way to go. I wanted to try this way because they said there's more wildlife, like moose and stuff. And then this road, it should take you right down to Lake McDonald. We just figured that was the only thing we were really doing today after work and everything. So just want to take a different way.
Just so vibrant. Got like grays and reds and purples and tans, and it's just so pretty. So I think this is what makes Lake McDonald so beautiful, is all these rocks get wet and then they just have those beautiful, beautiful colors.
So the sign up here says this is Big Creek and no fishing past that sign, about 150 feet that way. And then they said farther than that it's actually closed for the year. But they didn't say why.
They didn't say why. Interesting.
But this would be a great area if you wanted to sit for a while to probably see a bear.
Oh yeah.
It looks like you could have some bears around here. Our little Camas Road experience was actually very nice.
It worked.
And we found the park entrance. Well, we found the sign so far.
Which
So,
is a good sign.
and it's, well, some of it's dirt road, some of it's paved.
Yeah, a little
And-
washboard at points.
But we might have to go figure out how far it is to the Canadian border from here too.
I'm kind of tempted.
I think it's like 22 miles.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
We're gonna head in, go check out Lake McDonald, maybe a few of the falls around here, and enjoy our day in Glacier.
Decided that after Glacier, we'd go check out the Canadian border. Of course, it's closed. Border Patrol's watching us right now. Just make sure we don't go in.
Right.
But we drove the dirt road and everything else just to get up here. So I think it's pretty cool still. Kind of interesting that this is the crossing that you could go any other time other than during the pandemic.
There's Canada.
Hey.
I see it. Restricted area, keep out. All right.
Did we get home last night?
It was a late night. We got home at like 11. So we did end up going to the Canadian border. So it took about an hour and a half
Each way.
each way from
So-
where we were, and then an extra 45 minutes to get back to our place from Glacier.
Really weren't that bad.
The roads weren't too bad, and the sunset,
Was gorgeous.
holy moly, the photos
Yeah.
and the video do nothing for it because it was beautiful.
So the park was great yesterday.
Yeah,
Just
like,
being able to go explore a little bit and catch the falls.
and
Which one was your favorite though?
the Cascade, which we weren't even gonna stop, but the Cascade one was
Yeah.
just
Red Rock was pretty cool too.
Red Rock was cool too.
So day 3 is going to start with
We're gonna do the
one thing today.
The only thing today, and the one thing that I really, really want to do, is we are going to go on the Trail of Cedars and hike up to Avalanche Lake.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be 5 miles, and it's supposed to be a fairly
It's a moderate hike.
moderate hike. So we should be fine. We're just going to take our time. We're actually leaving a little earlier today, and hopefully we can get a parking spot semi-close so we can
Not have to walk 3 miles before the
to
rest
get
of
there.
the hike.
But that's what we're gonna do. That's the only thing we're gonna do today is this hike because it's supposed to take a long time. It's supposed to be quite a hike, and then we'll head back and relax because we're all kind of dragging.
We're all kind of tired after getting home late last night.
Yeah, and this week's kind of been a little bit more go than what we've been
I'll
doing.
just say it's not my fault.
I know. I kind of got swept away with just being so close to Glacier. Like this has been on my bucket list for so long that I just really wanted to give the time and explore really what's available here. So, all right. Well,
all right.
Let's go do it.
All right. Let's go.
We made it! Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We made it to Avalanche Lake, and it's everything I wanted.
I like watching the waterfalls.
Yeah, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 waterfalls coming into this lake. It's beautiful. Nice little hike here. There's quite a few people, as you can imagine. But it seems to be rotating pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, downhill will be a lot better.
Downhill will be good. So we had to park like 1.5 miles away from the base because there's limited parking. But we did it, so we're going to add a whole nother 3 miles to our loop, but that's okay.
I think it might have only been a mile. Oh, gosh. You're killing me.
So
I'm still not a hiker.
yeah, but we're getting here.
But this was a lot better
This is worth it.
than the Hidden
Lake Trail.
Lake Overview.
Yeah.
Because this was actually laid out as a trail.
Right.
It was.
Right.
It was. Still had your inclines and stuff, but you weren't walking through like a sideways and snow and stuff.
Right,
like
and like a mud hill.
But they're both moderate trails,
Mhm.
so they're not easy by any means. The water is gorgeous.
This is beautiful. It's like a bluish, tealish color.
Yeah.
Kind of actually almost greenish right there.
And the kids were playing out in the water. How did you feel, Jeremiah? Yeah. Felt good after hiking all that
Felt
way,
good
huh?
to dip your feet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a snack, hang out here for a little bit, and then head on back down the
And then,
trail.
have a down day for the rest of the day.
I really liked that ending of doing that in Glacier, like our last day.
Yep.
I really do enjoy Glacier. I think it's gonna be one of my top favorites. I'm still negotiating in my head, but it's just the water is so clear and the rocks everywhere.
Wow, and it's so colorful.
It is.
It's just colorful.
It is.
The rocks are colorful. The water's colorful. I mean, even being from Colorado, where a lot of snowfall comes off into our reservoirs and stuff like that, it's not that clear.
Yeah,
it's like the dirt is not stirred up. It's just clear.
Yeah.
So it's just weird how that happens. So
I'm just amazed by how beautiful it is. And like we had mentioned, half of the park was closed. So we definitely want to come back at a later date and see the eastern half with St. Mary's. And so our last day here, we pretty much slept in. We were pretty wiped out. And then we met up with Rolling by the Dozen again. And so we went and hung out at Flathead Lake for the afternoon, which was just fun and relaxing. And
kids just playing in the water.
Yeah, it was a good, like, kind of a down day. It was a down day.
I mean, even the kids were kind of fighting in the morning, and then by the time we got to the lake and everyone got playing, they were ready to go.
Yeah.
So it worked out really well.
Right. So I think if you're gonna spend time in Montana, you definitely need to add Kalispell and West Glacier to your bucket list of places to go, just because the whole area is beautiful. The sunsets are incredible. The sun doesn't set until like 10 at night, which is crazy.
And this is later in the summer for them up here, so.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely worthwhile adding. There's a ton to do. So we are packing up in the morning and we hit another state. So we're going to be in Washington. So with that, that wraps up our trip to Kalispell and Montana and Glacier. So we'll catch you next time.